Okay then. Meanwhile, we will continue the session. I hope rest of all others able to design it. So able to handle that. Okay. So have you tried everyone others ready, able to design it and get it? Yeah, good. So we have learned how to configure and with the head section. In the head section, so we have defined these options. So we have a title and link element, and in the title and link element, we designed the link href shortcut icons to keep that shortcut icon. Okay, next important, after understanding the link in head section, one more important point is in the head section related components. You have title and the link and meta. Another important one in the head section is meta. Generally, the purpose of meta. So meta actually stands for metadata. Meta stands for metadata. Metadata is nothing but it contains information about your page, So which is used by browser and SEO. We call as search engine optimization. Search engine optimization. It is used in SEO optimization. Search engine optimization. So information about your page, which is used by browser and SEO, search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is nothing but, so it is a technique that allows the search engines to find your page and show the page in search results. That means like Google search. So search engine optimization is a technique of designing your page in such a way that search engines can easily identify your page. They can locate the page and they can show your page in search results. If the page contains the contents which is related to the topic they are searching. So that means actually the searching job, the searching work is done by some robots. So robots will do that searching job. We call them as Google bots. And their names are like Web Spider. Web Spider is a robot, and Web Crawler. These are robots. These are the robots that are used for searching. So that means in Google, let's show one example here. Let me show you one example here. In Google, we have a search box. We have Google. In Google, we are searching for a concept like best software training institute in Hyderabad. So we searched for some keywords, best software training institute in Hyderabad, something like this. Then you see some results came here. And the point is why these results are at the top. Why these people results are at the top. So remember, so the word ad is present beside that result. That indicates that these people are advertising with Google. That means Google advertisements. So Google, you pay money to Google, Google will put your website at the top in the list. So you have to pay money for that, and Google will put your website top in the list when anybody is searching for your type of business. So, but others, first advertisements will come. After that, other general results will come. In these other general results, so you can see that these are the results. And in these results, who is going to search for this and display them in this results page? That is the work done by Web Spider and Web Crawler. These are actually robots. What these do is they crawl over the content on your page and verify whether your content and whether your search keywords are matching or not. But remember, the result came within a fraction of few seconds only. Within a fraction of few seconds, millions of results came. Actually, these robots are not going to read your entire page. So for those words, they will not read your entire page. What they do is they will read the meta of your page. So in the meta, you have to mention information about your page so that that information will be used by these robots to find your page and show in the search results. So you can find the page and the page is displayed in the search results, So for that, whatever required, so that we need to configure in the meta. So we need to configure that in the meta. So meta is responsible for several things. Now remember one point. Now many times people have a doubt and they immediately ask like, sir, if I write meta, is it enough? So if I write meta, is it enough? My website will become search engine friendly. No, meta is one option out of several options in search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is a very big concept. It contains so many things. Out of all of them, meta is one option. So I hope everyone understood this point. Don't come to a conclusion that meta is the only option for SEO, right? So meta is one option on SEO. Out of several options, meta is one option in SEO. Don't think that meta is the only option in SEO, right? So technically, when you are dealing with designing of professional web page, you have to make sure that your page is SEO friendly so that it can be found and shown in the search results. So for that, we need to learn about some important meta options. So what are the meta related options and how we can write the meta options? Some important options we need to understand. Let's see some important options, how we can design and configure meta related options, how you can configure. Let's see once again. So first important in the meta, so we have meta element. In the meta, first element is meta have an option called character set, char set. Character set is used to tell the search engines about which language is used by your page. Means which language is used by your page. Remember, already we mentioned the language LANG in HTML. This attribute will be used by browser. This is used by browser to understand in which language it is designed. So this is not used by SEO. Search engine will not use this language attribute. It is used by browser. Search engine will understand which language you are using with the help of character set. Remember, if it belongs to any English, US English, UK English, German English, French English, like that, different English are there. If it belongs to English, then a character set is defined as UTF-8. That is the character set for English. If it is, that means Unicode transformation format 8-bit. That is for standard for English. If it is any other languages like Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Arabic like languages, then it will be UTF-16. That means if there is UTF-16 in the meta character set, it indicates that it is not English. So UTF-16 will be for other languages and UTF-8 will be for English language. So if you are dealing with English language, then you will have UTF-8. Now, why you have two options mentioned here? One is for browser, another is for search engine optimization. So for the robots that are searching for our page and showing in search results, To those robots, we need to tell that this is using English. This page is in English. For that, we need to define UTF-8. Any another language which is not English, so other kind of languages, they are defined with 16, UTF-16 or UTF-32 like options. That is actually meta character set, how you configure and define the meta character set, right? That is the first important option to understand. So character set purpose is to make the search engines understand about the language we are using. That is first option. Second, important, remember there is no order. Already I told you that it's not like first I have to write title, after that I have to write link, after that I have to write meta. So you can write any element anywhere, but it should be in head section. You can start with meta, after that you can put title, after that you can put link. You can keep this in any order, it doesn't matter. You can configure and define this in any order, it doesn't matter. So but you have to make sure that you have defined and configured all these in the head section only, right? So that is important. You defined in head section or not, that is important. So the order is not important, you can configure anywhere. In the meta, another important option you have to know is meta name is equal to keywords. Meta name is equal to keywords. Meta name is equal to keywords. And the keywords is nothing but, so you have to define some keywords which are used for finding this page. That means what are the keywords used for finding your page, that you have to mention by using these keywords. Meta have an attribute called name, and the name is keywords. And the keywords indicates what are the keywords used for finding this page in the search results and display in the search results. So we have to mention those keywords by using an attribute called content. By using the content attribute, you have to define the keywords and you have to configure the keywords. That means what are the keywords used for finding your page? You have to define those keywords here, right? So the keywords that you are configuring, so we need to define as a content here. And the keywords are nothing but, so we define the keywords in this way. We can write keyword like, see, in Google search results. So what you type in the search box, these are considered as keywords actually. These are the keywords and you need to understand what are the keywords used in your page for finding this page. That means it will look for these keywords. It will look for these keywords inside your meta. So we can write those keywords here. That means here we have to write the keywords and we are configuring the keywords. And we are configuring and defining the keywords. And what are the keywords? Like for example, for our project, I am defining as a full stack. So we are defining as web development, development. All these things we can configure and define, right? Okay. So we have the keywords. You can write any number of keywords here, but we have to make sure that the keywords are short and we are describing exactly about what the file, what the page mentions about. That means you can define the keywords. These keywords will be used in the search box for searching actually. It will verify whether those keywords are matching with the keywords that you mentioned or not. If they are matching with the keywords you are mentioning, then it will pick that and it will display that result. So character set tells which language it is. Keywords are used for finding your page. You have to use these keywords. Actually, in real world, regularly these keywords will be changing. Our search engine SEO people have to regularly check these keywords and change those keywords. They need to regularly check and change these keywords because there will be different scenario of searching the contents. So based on that, our search engine people will be changing the keywords and configuring the keywords. So that makes your page easily available in the search results. Many times people ask this question like, without meta, can we design a page? Without meta also you can design a page. But the problem with meta, if you don't define meta, then robots are not going to consider your page and they are not going to load your page in the search results. So that is the reason meta is very important. We have character set and we have keywords. Another important in the meta, you have meta name. You can configure the meta name is equal to description. Description, meta name is equal to description. Description is nothing but it is to tell in short some summary about your content, summary about your page. So that is also defined as content. Content is equal to, you have to define the summary. You have to configure the summary. So that means keywords are finding. Summary is nothing but, observe here, when the search result came, in the search results, so we have 3 lines summary. The 3 lines summary is telling some information about this website. So that is the 3 lines summary, which is telling information about that particular website. And that 3 line summary is also defined through meta only. That means it cannot read the entire website and show the search results. So what it will do is it will pick the summary about the website from the meta only. So this summary also we have to write. So that means we have to write that. So this page provides information about, so full stack web development, something like this, we give summary. So this will be, remember, all these details are not going to display anything on your page. So when you right click and run this, and you can see that it is not going to display anything on the page. It is not going to show anything on the page. So it is completely empty. So we are using this. We are using this just to make that search engine friendly, SEO friendly. It is not going to show that anywhere inside the page. Search engines will use that and they will able to find your page. So this is for SEO, so not for displaying any content. So meta have 2 important options. So keywords, description, and character set. Another option is character set. Meta have another option. So we can use meta name is equal to author, and content is equal to some author name. So we define like this. Actually, author is not used for general websites. Author is used for blogs. When you are designing a blog, so every blog have an author. That means that blog is actually maintained by a specific person, individual. And who or individual or a person or an organization is maintaining that blog. And if that blog is shown in the search results, so then so that blog belongs to which author? That author name also it will pick up and it will display. But this is not for general websites. So this is not for general websites. This is for only blogs. When you are designing the blogs, then you can use this author. It's not suitable for general websites. So partially it is used for designing the blogs. So another important, remember, meta has a lot of things. We are going to learn about the other concepts in meta in various later stages. Like in CSS, you will learn some meta options. While learning Bootstrap, you will learn about some options. So while learning JavaScript, you will learn about some options. That means currently we are just learning the basic level options in Meta. Later you will learn so many things when you are learning CSS, working with CSS, and Meta has a lot of other options also. So in this, one more option we need to know in Meta is Meta have an option called HTTP equiv. HTTP equiv. HTTP equiv is nothing but it indicates how HTTP request will be handled. HTTP request will be handled. That means it has a lot of options. One regularly seen option is how request is handled. Request is handled means, for example, you have a website like stock market or cricket. When you visit those websites, stock market and cricket like websites, every few seconds, the page will be refreshing and new details are coming. Like some live cricket match is going on, every ball by ball. So the score will be updated and shown to you. The page will refresh. There are two techniques. Entire page can refresh, or inside the page, a specific portion can refresh. So for entire page refreshing, so we need this HTTP equiv. For a specific portion refreshing, for that we have to use the option called AJAX. We use a concept called AJAX. So here we have to just use HTTP equiv. We said refresh, and how much time it should take to refresh. So you need to define the time interval by using content. Content is equal to some 4 seconds. That means every 4 seconds it will refresh. You have to mention this in seconds. If you want in minutes, then you know how to convert that number. If I want 1 minute, then you say 60 seconds. So 120 seconds, 2 minutes, like that. Here you have to mention the seconds value. And you can see that when I refresh this page, you can observe that every 4 seconds, the page will be reloading. You can see every 4 seconds, the page will be refreshing here. You can observe the page refreshing every few seconds. You see the reload button. You can observe this reload button. It is refreshing every few seconds. The reload button is refreshing every few seconds. Every 4 seconds, it is reloading. However, we don't have any content. We don't have any content to show inside the page. But later we can send new details into the page. We can send new details into the page. So that is done by using this Meta only. So Meta has a lot of options. So you are going to learn several other options in Meta in later stage. Initially, the Meta options, what we have learned is character set, keywords, description, author, and HTTP equiv. Some more options are there. You will learn in CSS and JavaScript. We will discuss about that. So because for that you need to learn how to design the rest of the page also. So initially, this is the concept of Meta. So I hope everyone understood. Everyone understood the concept. What is the purpose of Meta, right? So Meta is metadata. Now, so I hope the clarity is there. So what is difference between language, English language, and character set, right? There will be no default value. So remember one point. You are designing a website. That means you have to tell which language it is using. There is nothing like default value. there is nothing like default value. So you have to configure the meta options and define the meta options. It will use that. So HTTP has lot of options. Out of that, we are using refresh. Refresh is used to refresh the page every few seconds and display that. That's what the general option you need to know, right? Yeah. So next important in the head section, after understanding working with meta. So we have another is script and style. But this script and style are used when you are learning CSS and JavaScript. So when you are learning CSS and JavaScript, so you will understand about the script and style element, because so we have to embed the scripts and styles by using the script tag and the style tag and configure that by using these tags. So in the head section, you will find those two also. The script and the style elements also you will find regularly in the head section, but you can understand about them later when you start learning about style and script. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm checking just few doubts from the people. So you can already, I told you, you can use anywhere, right? So you can design anywhere. I showed you online website also. I hope you are awake when I showed you that. I showed you an online website. In an online website, you can create icons and save them, not only MS Painter. Okay, right. Yes, Chet, have any doubts?
ఎస్ నాకు ఈ నోట్బుక్ అనేది కావాలి సార్. మీరు చెప్తున్నారు కదా, అది కావాలి.
అడ్మిన్ కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వండి, ఇస్తాడు.
కాంటాక్ట్ అయ్యాను. తను అంటే సార్ ఏమన్నారంటే మార్నింగ్ 6 వరకే ఉంటుంది అని చెప్పారు. ఈ రోజు పంపిస్తారు కదా, అది 6 వరకే ఉంటుంది అని చెప్తున్నారు.
అట్లా ఏముండదు. అడ్మిన్ రమేష్ అని ఉంటారు, కనుక్కోండి.
అవును సార్, కనుక్కున్నా. ఇది బేసిక్స్ మొత్తం ఏం తెలియదు అనమాట దీని గురించి. సిస్టమ్ కూడా ఆపరేటింగ్ అంత ఐడియా లేదు. కొంచెం టైం పడుతుంది.
అట్లాంటప్పుడు ఒకసారి అడ్మిన్ కి చెప్పండి ఇదంతా, మీకు వేరే బ్యాచ్ ఏదైనా చూస్తారు. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే.
I already told you, right? We don't need any meta tag. If you don't write meta tag, what will happen? If I don't write any meta tag, what will happen? If you don't write any meta tag, your page will not be search engine friendly, right? So these meta tags are all void. So by default, they are all void. Why? Because already you saw that. Are they returning anything on your screen? Are they returning anything on the screen? Are they returning any presentation? Then what type of elements they are? That's what we discussed about different types of elements. Right. So this is basically head section. Now, after understanding the head section, now next important, the body section. The body section. Body section comprises of the content to display in the browser window. In the browser window, what you want to show, that is defined in the body section. Actually, earlier body section was very simple, but now in the latest versions, several new options added into body section. Let's see what are those. So generally the body section, so I am defining here. So in the body section, I am typing here, welcome to HTML. And it is going to display that welcome to HTML here. It is going to display that welcome to HTML here. So it is going to configure that welcome to HTML. So here what we need to do extra is to make the presentation effective. Body has so many things that you will learn. paragraphs, headings, and everything you will learn. But this body tag have some more attributes inside it. Body tag have a lot of attributes also. So body section is defined with body tag, and the body tag have some important attributes. The attributes for body tag, we have an attribute here like, so one is bgcolor and text and background, and we have left margin, right margin, top margin, bottom margin, v link, a link. These are the attributes of body section. So body section tag comprises of so many attributes. The body tag, here we can configure some paragraphs of information. Let's put some paragraphs of information. So I will copy some text. And I will paste the text. I will copy some text and I will paste the text here. Copy and paste the text here. Copy and paste the text here. And once you refresh here, you see this is all the content present inside the page. Now, when you are displaying the content, when you are displaying this content here, some important attributes are there in the body section. For the body tag, you can define. So one is bgcolor. Bgcolor is background color. Background color, as of now, we can give color names. Later, I will tell you how to give color codes. How do we give color codes? Currently, we will just use the color names. I'm using the color name as some yellow. So that is the color name. And you can see that is the color. We can put the background colors. So by using bgcolor, some red. So initially we will use color names. Later we can use the color codes. So this is the color, bgcolor background. And here we can give text. Text is equal to, that is text color. Text color I will give as white. Text is used for defining the text color. Text color I will define as some yellow. So that is the text color, configuring the text color. So we have background color and we have text color. So body background color is bgcolor, and the body foreground color, that is text. You can define that. So this is the text color and this is the background color. It will apply for entire text inside the body. You can separately define different colors for paragraphs and all. With later options, you will learn about them. Initially, this is applied for entire body. Background is used to set a background picture. You can set a background image. Background image, first you have to bring that image. Remember, whatever images or files that you want to use, first you have to copy them into your project folders. So open the project location. And in this, we have assets. In that, there is a file shoe. So we want to use as background image. Then simply for body, instead of bgcolor, if you write background color and background both, that means you write background color and background image. Background image will work. Background color will not work. So anyone, suppose I am writing here now background here, background. background image, you have to mention the location of image, // assets / in that we have shoe.jpg. So that is the background image. And you can see that the background image will come. But later in CSS, you will learn. Later in CSS, you will learn how to keep the image center, how to keep the image stretch, how we can adjust the height and width of the image. All these points we will understand later. So initially, so the background image, we are configuring the background image. So this is only one image. So there, you can add even multiple background images also, but that you can do with CSS, not here. So here you can just put a background image. Later in CSS, you will learn how to make this background image center or stretch or size adjusted, transparency. All these things you can manage in the later stage by using the background option, styles and effects. You can handle them. Currently, you can just put a picture. You can put a background picture, and you can change the text as some yellow, and it will give that text yellow. So we have text red. That means it will give the text as red. You can give the appearance here. So generally the background and foreground we can configure by using this. We have a background color, we have a background image, and we have text. Text is nothing but foreground color. Next, we have 4 margins: left margin, right margin, top, bottom margin. You can give all of them. Just for clarity's sake, I will remove this so that you can clearly see it. Now, here you can observe that the text is exactly in the left and right borders. So if text is exactly with the left and right borders, I want some text to move some bottom. So down from the top, little bit down, left, right, space I want to adjust. Then you have to define margins. You have to define the margins. So for that, one important point is, so we need to understand that here. So when you are dealing with a page size, then you have to configure the page size in pixels actually. That means, see here, by default, suppose we have MS, I will show you a simple option. Suppose we are designing a page here. So we are designing a page. This is your HTML page. And remember, the most common screen size for your page will be, width will be 1024 pixels. So 1024 pixels, that is the width of your page. So actually pixel is nothing but on the screen. The default page size is 1024. Pixel is nothing but, you see small dots. These are the pixels. On the screen, you can see every dot is considered as a pixel. Every dot is considered as a pixel. That is a pixel. So like that, generally page size will be 1024 pixels width, 1024 pixels width, and 768 pixels height. 1024 pixels width and 768 pixels height. That is the actual page size, your HTML page size. HTML page size, that is the default page size. Now in that 1024 pixels, how many pixels you want left margin? Suppose I say left margin 100 pixel. That means your left margin will be from here. Obviously, if you say 200 pixel, then left margin will be here. It will be changing now. Maximum you can give 1024, but once you give 1024, there is no place for your content. That means you have to give the pixels based on this 1024, that is the maximum range. If you give 1024, you can't see anything on your page because there is no place for your content now. The margin you have to adjust accordingly. Top margin also same. So you have to mention here. So top margin as suppose 50 pixel, and left margin, that is some 20 pixel. Right margin, that is also 20 pixel. And bottom margin, that is some 50 pixel. Like that we define. Your wish, you can give only one. If you want only left margin, you can give only left margin. It's not mandatory that. Remember, all these attributes are optional. So if you don't give these attributes, then it will take only default values. And whatever is there, it will configure the default, it will configure. Whatever is there, it will configure the default. Right. So technically, that is the default option you need to understand. So whenever you are dealing with margins, when you set this, you can see that there will be some space. So left margin 10 pixels, right margin 10 pixels, and the top margin. So here we have the space, some space adjusted here. You can configure that space. Now you can adjust more. So, but make sure that you are giving the space according to the size of the actual HTML page. So first you should know that these are the margins in 1024 pixels range. 1024 pixel range. That is the key point you need to understand. Now here important is when you are dealing with the margins and configuring the margins, alignment with disturb. You can change the alignment. There is another attribute. You can use align attribute. Alignment, you can keep it as left, center, right, justify. Justify is nothing but it will change. So suppose you can see the paragraphs. When you look at the paragraph, the right margin of paragraph is not clean. The right margin of paragraph is not clean. You can see the right margin of paragraph is in this way. So that means it is uneven. It is uneven. Now keep it clean. Right side margin to keep it clean. Then what you have to do is, so we need to set the alignment as justify. So align is align. Align is equal to justify. Justify will keep the alignment justified. Now exact space will be used to fit the left and right margins correctly. You can use the alignments like center. It will keep all the content center aligned. You can keep the alignment as left, right. By default, it is left. So you say justify, and it will keep the left and right margins in a proper way. That is configuring the alignments and defining the alignments for your page. So we need to handle that by using this margin and align. It's not combination, your wish. If you want, you can give only one margin. So, or you can give two margins or three, or you can define all the margins. So margins can be defined. So to adjust the space between the content and your browser. That's how we have to specify the margin. And another option is V-link and A-link. I will tell you why, because we haven't learned about links concept yet. Once you learn about links concept, you will understand. Actually, we for that we need links. Actually, links we haven't learned. Later we will learn, but you can observe the concept. So generally in websites, they will give you some links. For example, links are designed like this. href is equal to http://www.amazon.in, and that is Amazon. And there is another is href. Don't worry what is this anchor. Just observe the concept. So here, so www.ebay.in something. So eBay shopping. Actually, here we have links. You can see we have links. Now, when you can observe that when you are writing the links, so suppose I defined here. So anchor href is equal to some http:// so www some microsoft.com. So and here we say Microsoft something. And you can see that the links, observe carefully. Here some links color is different. And dark blue indicates that it is not visited. That means link not visited. That is ordinary. If that is the default color, that color you can change in CSS, not in HTML. But see the purple light color here, it is there. It is actually visited link. Visited link means already it is visited on this computer. That means somebody already visited on this computer. You can change the color for that link. We can use vlink is equal to color, some green. So, and visited links color will be in green. They indicate that you visited them. If not visited, they will be blue. You can change that color also, but not with HTML, with CSS. With HTML, you can change only this color. So the color is only the color. The color is like green color or blue color. So yellow color, any color. That is only for visited. You click on this Microsoft, then I visited the Microsoft website also. If I visited the Microsoft website and I go back, its color also will be green now. So visited link colors you can change by using vlink. A-link is used for active link. I will give red color. You can give any. So active link means nothing but when I move the mouse onto it and hold down the mouse button, then it is active. So its color will be red. I hold down the mouse button, it is active. That is red color. So active links and visited links, their colors you can change. So for that you have to use the option A-link and V-link. A-link and V-link are used. So in CSS you can change them. CSS also will be used. So CSS provides more effective performance and options. That's the reason these days we prefer using by CSS because we want some more effects. Like, so when it is active, its background color should change, its foreground color should change, it should come with an underline. Such things we can add additionally by using CSS. If you want to just change only color, then you can use V-link and A-link. But you don't worry about what is this anchor and all. That you are going to learn in later stage. So how to create links and configure them. So this is just to understand the body section related attribute. So how to use the visited links and how to use the active links. That's the options. So these are all important in the body section. So body section, remember, you have learned just only body tag related attributes. These are all the attributes of body tag. These are all the attributes of body tag. And BG color, background color, text color, background image. And these four are margins. V-link and A-link. So visited links and active links. Alignment, it indicates left, center, right, and justified alignments. These are the options configured. Now, after knowing the body related attributes, now inside the body section, so several new concepts are added. Actually, inside the body section, already we have paragraphs, headings and all. But now in HTML5, HTML5 body section. Body section comprises of new. Body section comprises of new semantic elements. So what are the semantic elements? We will discuss about them. Semantic elements. Actually, so in older versions, we were facing some problems with presentation. To overcome those problems, some new elements introduced in HTML5 body section. They are used to make the body section. So make the body section more SEO friendly. More SEO friendly. Search engines can easily understand the content. Because, for example, suppose earlier what we have to do is everything we have to design in body section only. Then what problem comes here? Suppose this is the page. In the page, so we have a picture. So this is a picture. So this is like some car. This is car image. And here we have a caption like Range Rover. That is the option. And we have another. So we have another second one. So here we have some image. So this is like flower. So that is rose. And we have a flower like image. So fig. So some rose. And here we have rose flower image like this. Now in the Google search box, so somebody is searching for a Range Rover. So then when he is searching for Range Rover and that caption is present inside our page, it will come to that caption and verify that there is an image for Range Rover. But it is confused to pick which image. That means the image above or image below. Because the caption that you have written, it may belong to, that means caption can be above image or below image. In that case, it is confused. So whether the image belongs to above or below concept, that is the problem that we face. You cannot write captions on the image. If you write captions on image, robots cannot read them. That is the reason you see in Google search many times when you are searching for a topic, several images you will get which are not related to your search. You will get several images which are not related to your search. That is the regular problem you will find out because search engines are unable to understand the correct image related to that caption. So these kind of issues will be there. Not only that, suppose we have a navigation bar at the top. In that navigation bar, we are having some content. There are some advertisements in our page. I don't want to search in the advertisements. I don't want to search in the navigation bar. So I want it to search only in the image area. So in that case, so it is very confusion for search engines. To overcome this problem, in the HTML5 version, they introduced several new elements to design the body section more SEO friendly, search engine friendly. The elements are like aside, like article, like dialogue, like figure, so figure, like fig caption, like header, like footer, like so we have section, like main, so we have nav, we have menu, we have like div, we have like span, all this. In addition to that, paragraphs, headings, all those are present. We are currently discussing about what are the new body related elements designed for HTML to make it more SEO friendly. What is the purpose of this aside, article, dialogue, figure? How to use them in designing the body section and to make the body section more search engine friendly. If we know this, then we can create a good layout of our page that we will see in our next session. Tomorrow we will discuss about that. Okay. In tomorrow's session, we will discuss all these elements, how they are used and designed. And tomorrow we will use little bit of styles also, CSS, and we will learn how to make the presentation more effective. In tomorrow's session, we will continue and we will discuss about all these elements. Okay.